Soon, you're going to be able to serve your Google ads on the X home feed. X, of course, formerly known as Twitter. And in this video, I'm going to explain why this partnership between X and Google makes sense for each of the platforms, and how you as an advertiser can either opt in or opt out of having your Google ads appear on X. Hey, this is John from StubGroup. We are a top premier Google partner digital advertising agency, and we help businesses dominate Google ads and make money online. So X and Google, kind of a strange pairing, you might think. Why are they partnering together? Why are they working together? And really, when you dig into it and look at the incentives for each platform and how they make money, it makes a lot of sense. Google obviously makes money by serving ads. And typically when you think of Google, you think of Google search. You type something in, you see a bunch of ads come up. And you might think of YouTube, obviously owned by Alphabet, the parent company of Google, and all of the many YouTube ads that you'll see as you browse on YouTube. But another big pillar of how Google makes its money is through Google's display network. And this is more than 2 million websites, videos, and apps online that serve Google's ads on their domains and their properties and their apps. So when you are browsing around the internet, if you see, image ads come up, video ads come up, a lot of those are served by Google through Google's display network. And X is now joining, essentially, the Google display network and will be a placement that you can access through the Google display network. So for Google, this is a win because the more places they have to show ads, the more often they can show ads and the more money they can make. And X in particular has a tremendous amount of data about their users and interests and behaviors and demographics and so forth. And we have to assume, we don't know the specifics of the deal between X and Google, but I have to assume that Google in some way is going to be able to leverage a lot of that data when it comes to choosing, where to serve ads, or specifically which ads to serve on X. So it's a win for Google because it gives them the ability to make more money by showing more ads and having a lot of likely, very targeted data for the service of those ads. And then on the X side of things, it makes a lot of sense because as a platform, as an ad platform, what you need is access to advertisers. Google has the most access to advertisers. Google is often the first place that most digital advertisers go when they want to run ads. X is not the first place they go. A lot of people don't want to bother with figuring out an additional platform that doesn't have anywhere near the volume that Google does, and it has its own realities as far as, okay, let's figure out the ads manager, how do we run ads, how do we figure out reporting, etc. There's just a lot of friction to any new advertiser going ahead and getting set up with X. But by becoming a placement of Google, X taps into all of the advertisers that are already using the Google Display Network and that automatically opt into all of the placements on the Google Display Network. So think of, from a campaign type perspective, this is Performance Max campaigns on Google. This is Google Display campaigns on Google. And this is also a lot of YouTube campaigns because a lot of YouTube campaigns are automatically opted into the Google Display Network. So it's a win for X because it gives them access to a ton of additional advertisers that are not going to come and directly sign up with X and work directly with X. And this is a win for X as well because they don't have to go out and hire additional salespeople to attract the advertisers. They don't have to hire more, customer support people to deal with the problems that come up when you're working directly within their ads interface, and so forth and so on. So great win for X as well. All right, so what does this mean for you as an advertiser? First, let's talk about how you can opt into and specifically target X.com. So when you are running a display network campaign through Google, you have the option to select placements. Placement is simply the domain or the video or the app on which you want to serve your ads. And so you can simply go into the placements tab in a Google Display Network campaign and type in X.com and specifically target that as a placement. And then Google will report your impressions, clicks, click-through rate, conversions, etc. that are being tracked and attributed to X.com. So that's how you can easily get into it. Now, by default, once this partnership is finalized and X.com is fully a part of the display network, you're already going to be opted into it by default. So when your Performance Max campaign is running, when your Display Network campaign is running, etc., you're going to have the ability to show your ads automatically on X.com. Now, some advertisers may not want to serve ads on X.com. So here's how you can opt out. Very similar to going and creating a placement to specifically target it. Instead, you create an exclusion placement. So you go into your campaign. If it's a display network campaign, you can do this at the campaign level. You can go to the placements tab, go to exclusions, type in x.com as an exclusion. And you're telling Google, do not serve my ads on x.com. For Performance Max, you're going to want to do this at the account level. So you can have account level placement exclusions. And you can go to the account level, there's a shared library there, and you can exclude x.com as a placement at the account level. So that's how you can opt into it. That's how you can opt out of it. Should you opt into it or out of it? That depends. There's going to be different goals, different reasons why you may or may not want your content to appear along with x.com content. From a performance standpoint, if it's purely a data-based decision, obviously you would want to test it out, be on there, see what kind of performance you're getting from there, and identify whether or not you're seeing the KPIs accomplished that you want to be accomplished from advertising on that platform, just like you do for all the other placements in your Google Display campaigns. And the other kind of big unknown question right now that may be solved as more information comes out is, to what extent will Google have access to all the very specific, targeting information, demographic data, behavior data that X has about X's users? That's an unknown that hasn't been announced, but again, it's in the best interests of both platforms to drive the best possible results from the ads on the X platform, because the better the results, the more people are going to want to do it, the more people will continue to spend more money on it, and therefore the more money each platform will make. So as we learn more about that, we'll make more videos in the future, and you can certainly check out, we'll put some other videos about related topics here you can check out, and if you want more news like this, please subscribe to our channel. We put out videos frequently with helpful information about what's new and great with Google Ads, as well as just what are we seeing work well as we manage campaigns for our clients. So until next time, John, signing off.